Hello everyone, how are you all and welcome to the class. Okay, so let's start today's video. Right, in the previous video we have discussed about the sole proprietorship firm. Okay, we have discussed about the sole proprietor, its features, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, so in today's video we will discuss about the Hindu undivided family, okay, or we can say it joint Hindu family. Okay, so this is the part of that we were doing the forms of private sector enterprises. We were doing the forms of private sector enterprises. So first we have done the sole proprietorship. Now today we will do the joint Hindu family or Hindu undivided family. Now Hindu undivided family, it is very simple that this family Hindus where we will find only in India, okay, mostly, yes, in foreign also there are, but the strength, okay, in comparison of India it is less, okay. So Hindus we will find in India, most of the Hindus, mostly means the strength. We talk about the strength is available in India, not other parts of the other countries, okay. And yes, so what is basically Hindu undivided family or joint Hindu family? Okay, in this family, at least I have written some points here, at least 2 male members in the family should be there. 2 male members should be there, okay. And to start this Hindu undivided family business or a joint Hindu family organization, to start this business, okay, we need to start this we need 2 male members, okay, in the family. Existence of some ancestral property should be there. Joint Hindu family business are known as co-parceners, okay, and it is governed by the Hindu Section Act which exists under Hindu law, okay. Now what are these points basically? Now to form the Hindu undivided family business, okay, at least 2 members, male members should be there, okay. Suppose 2 members in the Hindu जो joint Hindu family होती है, okay, joint Hindu family. In joint Hindu family there are so many people are there, okay. Suppose grandfather is there, okay, grandmother is there, then our parents, father, mother, then our uncle, aunt, tau, ji and all, everybody will come, okay. So the first person, who is the first person? Okay, the head of the family, okay, our grandfather, okay, our grandfather is the head of the family, okay. So he is the head of this business, joint Hindu family. He is the head of this joint Hindu family business and we call him Karta. Head of the family is called Karta, okay, we call him Karta, okay. Yes, so and to form this joint Hindu family business, at least you need ancestral property. There should be some existence of ancestral property. पुरानी जो खानदानी आपकी प्रॉपर्टी होती है, at least you need that to start this business. Now joint Hindu family business are known as co-parceners. Now already one head is there and there should be one head, okay. Now one head is there, that is Karta, okay. Now other members are also the part of the family because this is the family business, okay. Head is there but other members are also there in the family. So these members who are there in the family, who are the part of the business, we call them co-parceners, okay. We call them co-parceners, right, okay. And it is governed by the Hindu Section Act. There are so many different acts. Okay, for Muslims they are having Muslim Act. For Hindus we are having Hindu Section Act, which is exist under Hindu law. Okay, we are having our laws. Okay, for Muslims they are have their law. So it is comes under Hindu Section Act. To start this joint Hindu family business, only we have to follow this Hindu Section Act. Okay, nothing else. Okay, anybody can start this joint Hindu family business. No need anything else. Okay, only one head you need. Okay, you will say, if the head of the family, if he died, then who will become the head? Who will be the karta? Yes, the second person who is the eldest in the family, he will become the head of the organization. Okay, of the joint Hindu family business. He will become the head of the business. Okay, so we will call him karta. Right, head of the family, we will call him karta, and he will take all the decisions, all the powers will be in his hand. Okay, related to every business, okay, related to every decision, he will take the decision, all the right in his hand. Okay, so this is the introduction of joint Hindu family business or Hindu undivided family. Okay, so this is it, and for this you need two things main, that is 2 male members you need, and some ancestral property. Okay, ancestral property you need to start the business, joint Hindu family business. This is family business, so you need some property. Okay, ancestral property. Okay, you can write to start it. So it is like that. So this is the introduction. Okay, yes, and now we will do the features of Hindu undivided family. Let me remove this. Okay. Anybody can start this. Yes. Now, the number 1 features of Hindu undivided family. Let me take the chalk, please. Yes. Yeah. The number first is, that is formation. Formation. Second is liability. Okay, liability. Then third is control, and the fourth is minor member, minor partner, minor member. Yes. Okay, so these are the 4 features of Hindu undivided family, or we can say joint Hindu family. Okay, the first is formation. To start the joint Hindu family business, to form it, okay, what you need, we have discussed. For the formation of joint Hindu family business, there should be at least 2 members in the family. Okay, what you need? 2 members. Okay, 2 members you need, and some ancestral property. Ancestral property you need. Okay. Right? 2 members you need and some ancestral property you need. Business does not require any agreement. You don't need any agreement. Only one thing is that it is governed by Hindu Section Act 1956. Okay. in 1956 this act has come, Hindu Section Act. So to follow according to that act, anybody can start this business, okay, joint Hindu family business. Only two things you required, that is 2 members should be there and some ancestral property for the formation of this business. Okay, now we talk about the liability. Okay, we talk about liability. So the liability, now who is the head of the family? The eldest member, he is the head of the family, he is the karta. Okay, so naturally when he is the head of the family, he is the karta. Okay, so his liability will be unlimited. Okay, his liability will be unlimited. Why his liability will be unlimited? Okay, because he has started the business. Okay, he has formed that business, that organization, he has formed it. So naturally he will having the unlimited liability. In comparison, the liabilities of other members of the family, okay, other members are also there who is the part of this business, okay, but their liability is less in comparison of the liability of the head of the organization, the karta. Okay, we call him karta. Okay, his liability is unlimited. Okay, now control. When we talk about control, head of the family, the karta, okay, he will be the everything of the joint Hindu family business. Okay, because he is the head, so whatever the decision he want to take, he will take the decision. Yes, he will discuss with other members, okay, but finally the final decision will be taken by the karta. Okay, because he has formed the organization, he is having experience, he is the head of the business, head of the business. Okay, so he will take the all the control of the business will be in his hand. Others can give the suggestion and ideas, but finally the final decision will be taken by the karta. Okay, now the fourth feature is minor member. Minor member means who is less than 18 years. We call him minor member. Okay, now here there are suppose 10 members in the family. Okay, suppose newly born, कोई born होता है. Okay, newly born, some baby has born. Okay, so naturally he will become the member of this joint Hindu family business because he is the part of the family. Okay, he is not he is the part of the family. Okay, that's why he can become the member. Naturally he can become the member of the business. Okay, joint Hindu family business, right? That's why we are saying him the minor member. Okay, so these are the features of joint Hindu family business. The first is formation, second is liability, then control, and last is minor member. Okay, to form the joint Hindu family business, only main two thing is there should be 2 members, male members in the family, okay, and some ancestral property should be there. Okay, and the head of the family, we call him karta. He will form the organization, okay, and he will take all the decisions. Okay, so this is called joint Hindu family business, right? So I hope you have understood this video. Okay, in the next video we will discuss some other topic, okay, from this chapter. Okay, till then you can please see the video and try to understand it. Okay, thank you so much.